Did you know that there's one small city in Ohio that has been called the bicycle capital of the Midwest? Rebuilt itself from a catastrophic tornado, not once, not twice, but 3 times, and has a name that literally means hospitality in Greek. Any chances are, if you're not from this part of Ohio, you've probably never heard of it. Hi, I'm Denise Dyrdek Lunsford with Coldwell Banker Heritage, and I make your dream my mission. And today, I want to talk to you about one of our local communities in Greene County, Xenia, Ohio. The history, the fun facts, the vibe, places to explore, and what's actually happening here in 2026 that has people paying a lot more attention to this community than they used to. So whether you already live here, you're nearby and curious, or you're thinking about this area, by the end of this video, you're going to have a real feel for what makes Xenia so special. Let's go. A little history. So, where Xenia comes from before we get into everything happening right now, I want to take a quick minute on the history of Xenia because it actually makes the city a lot more interesting once you know it. Xenia was founded in 1803 and almost immediately became the county seat of Greene County. The name Xenia comes from a Greek word meaning hospitality, and that nickname, the City of Hospitality, has stuck ever since. And hospitality, once you spend time there and meet the people, you completely understand why. In the 1800s, Xenia grew quickly because of the railroad industry. Multiple major rail lines crossed right through town, turning it into one of Ohio's important early transportation hubs. It was a busy, connected, thriving place. And here's the fun part. Many of those old railroad paths have since been transformed into the incredible bike trail network that Xenia is famous for today. So the very thing that built this city in the 1800s is now one of the biggest community assets in 2026. That is a pretty cool full circle story. Now, you can't talk about Xenia's history without talking about the tornado. On April 3rd, 1974, an F5 tornado tore through Xenia, the historic super outbreak, one of the most destructive tornado events in American history. Nearly half of the city was destroyed. Thousands were left homeless. It was devastating on a scale that is so hard to imagine. President Richard Nixon visited Xenia after the tornado to see the damage firsthand. The disaster became nationally known, and it actually helped push for improvements to weather warning systems all across the entire country. But here's the thing, Xenia rebuilt. And then in 1989, another major tornado hit, and the city rebuilt again. And then in 2000, it happened again, and Xenia rebuilt again. 3 times. That resilience is genuinely baked into the DNA of this community, and you feel it when you're there. People in Xenia don't give up on their city. They pour back into it every single time. Fun facts about Xenia, things that most people don't know. Okay, let's get into some fun fact stuff because Xenia has some really interesting facts that people don't always know about. First, the name Xenia literally means hospitality in Greek. For a city that has been through everything it's been through and still welcomes people with open arms, that name really does fit. Second, the bicycle capital of the Midwest title. This is a real thing, and it's not just a bumper sticker slogan. Xenia sits at the literal center of one of the best connected regional trail networks in the entire state of Ohio. Trail riders come from all over the Dayton region and beyond, specifically because so many trails connect at Xenia. The city has leaned hard into this identity, and it's become a genuine point of community pride. Third, some local legends say that Native Americans actually called the area Land of the Devil Wind because of how frequently severe storms have come through the region. When you look at what's happened historically with tornadoes here, it gives that name a pretty eerie context. Fourth, Xenia has a population of around 26,000 people as of 2026, with a median age of about 39 to 40 years old. So it's a real mix. You've got young families, working adults, retirees, college folk, a genuinely well-rounded community that doesn't skew just one group. And fifth, Xenia has deep railroad history that most people that drive past wouldn't even know. The city was one of Ohio's early rail centers, and that infrastructure literally shaped the entire layout of the city you see today. The vibe in Xenia, what it actually feels like. People often ask me what Xenia feels like day to day, and I think the most honest way I can describe it is small town, outdoorsy, community rooted, and quietly on the move. It's not Beaver Creek with its newer development and big box shopping. It's not Yellow Springs with its artsy, eclectic personality. And it's not downtown Dayton with the urban energy. Xenia is its own thing. It's more laid back, more working class in the best sense of that word, more focused on neighbors, knowing each other, and people genuinely investing in where they live. Downtown Xenia has noticeably more energy than it did 10 or 15 years ago. You've got local coffee shops like the Coffee Hub and Kava House, giving downtown that cozy, welcoming feel. You've got spots like the Upper Echelon Restaurant and Winery, bringing more of a date night, modern atmosphere. There are breweries, casual restaurants, community events, and all of it mixed in with beautiful historic buildings that give downtown real character. And the bike traffic trail through downtown is something you just have to see. On a nice weekend, the amount of cyclists rolling through Xenia is genuinely impressive. It gives the city this active, outdoorsy energy that feels really different from what you might expect in a small Ohio city. Culturally, Xenia leans more towards conservative overall and has a strong military-friendly presence because of its proximity to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. It's rooted in longtime local families, but it's more mixed and more welcoming than people assume going in. Reddit communities about the Dayton region consistently describe Xenia as a pretty good mix of different types of people and safe and pretty quiet. The honest critique you hear from locals is that there's not a ton of nightlife or entertainment options within Xenia itself. Most people have to drive to Dayton or Beaver Creek when they want a bigger night out. But the flip side of that is the overall pace of life here, which is something a lot of people genuinely love about it. So a quick note here. If you're someone who's thinking about the Xenia area, whether that's visiting, relocating, or just wanting to know more about what this community is all about, I would love to connect with you. I've been working in Greene County for years, and there's nothing I love more than helping people fall in love with this area the way that I have. My contact information is in the description box below, so reach out anytime. Let's connect. So let's get back to learning more about Xenia. So places to explore. There is genuinely more to do in Xenia than most people give it credit for. Let me walk you through spots worth knowing about. Shawnee Park is one of the most beloved green spaces in the area, named after the Shawnee people who once called this region home. It's a great spot for families, walkers, and anyone who just wants to enjoy some outdoor time in a well-kept park setting. Greene County Parks and Trails connects many of Xenia's famous bike paths and is the backbone of the trail system that gives the city its identity. If you love outdoor recreation, walking, cycling, running, this trail network is going to be your best friend. The Great Council State Park is a really special one. It celebrates both Native American and pioneer history in a way that is genuinely interesting and educational. It's one of those places that reminds you how much history this area carries. The Historical Society of Greene County is perfect if you want to dig into the local story of the railroad era, the tornado history, and the rebuilding efforts. If you're new to this area or just curious, it's a really worthwhile stop. Holland Camp House is one of Xenia's recognized historic landmarks and gives you a real window into what life looked like here in the earlier eras. James Ranch Park is another outdoor favorite, a great local option for families and nature lovers. And if you haven't explored the broader Greene County park system, It's genuinely impressive for a county this size. And then the downtown spots, the Coffee Hub, the Kava House, Upper Echelon Restaurant and Winery. These are the kind of local businesses that give Xenia its personality and make the downtown feel like a real place worth spending time in. So what about the communities around Xenia? One of the things that makes living in or near Xenia so great is what surrounds it. Let me touch on the communities close by because they're all really worth knowing about. So Wilberforce is right next door, and it's historically one of the most significant communities in all of Ohio. It's home to Wilberforce University, the oldest private, historically Black university in the United States, and Central State University. You can also visit the National Afro-American Museum and the Cultural Center there, which is a genuinely remarkable institution that highlights African American history and culture. If you've never been, it's absolutely worth a visit. Yellow Springs is one of my personal favorites, and it couldn't be more different from Xenia in the best possible way. It's quirky, it's artsy, and completely walkable. There are local art shops, hiking trails, street festivals, unique restaurants and bookstores, and Antioch College. It has its very own distinct personality that people either fall completely in love with or find a little too unconventional. But I love it. Beaver Creek is one of the fastest growing communities in the entire region, known for great shopping, well-maintained parks, and its location near Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. The Narrow Reserves and Rotary Park are both great outdoor spots there. It has a polished, more suburban feel compared to Xenia. Cedarville is a small, scenic college town with Cedarville University at its center. Strong community atmosphere, beautiful countryside, and a really peaceful feel. A great place if you want something even more small town than Xenia. So what's coming? New developments in Xenia in 2026. So this part genuinely excites me, and I want to make sure that you know about it because Xenia is going through one of the most significant transformation periods in decades. The biggest story right now is the Xenia Market District, the old Xenia Town Square, that old Kmart shopping center that has been sitting there for years empty, is being completely redeveloped into a $140 million mixed-use destination. We are talking restaurants, shops, a hotel, townhomes, public gathering spaces, outdoor event areas, and trail connections. The infrastructure work, street extensions, paving underground work has already been completed as of early 2026. The city is actively finalizing tenants and hospitality commitments. When this is done, it's going to completely change what downtown Xenia looks like and feels like for the next generation of residents. Locals have been watching this project closely, and the general sentiment is real excitement about what it could mean for the community's future. Then there's the Hub District, Xenia's smart play on its trail identity. The idea is to build a connected mixed-use development near Xenia Station that links downtown, parks, neighborhoods, and the regional bike trail network through trail-oriented businesses, streetscape improvements, and expanded green space. Urban planners across Ohio have actually held this up as a model for how smaller cities can use trail infrastructure as an economic development strategy. That's a real compliment, and Xenia's earned it. Kettering Health is also making a major $40 million investment in Xenia, building a new Reach outpatient center, and expanding specialty care at Greene Memorial Hospital. That kind of healthcare investment is a real signal of long-term confidence in this community. And then there's the EV Exchange, a historic warehouse redevelopment near the bike path that's being transformed into commercial space, community gatherings areas, and trail-oriented businesses. It's part of that historic industry revival energy that more and more smaller Midwest cities are chasing. And Xenia is doing it authentically because the bones of those old buildings are genuinely beautiful. New jobs are coming too. WCR opened manufacturing operations in the former SuperValue warehouse. And the Emerge and Recovery and Trade Initiative is expanding workforce training programs with a major renovation project. It all adds up to a community that is very clearly investing in its own future. So what are locals actually saying? I want to be real with you about this because I think it matters. When you look at what locals and longtime residents say about Xenia, and I mean the honest, unfiltered version, the picture is really nuanced, and I think that's what actually makes it so authentic. The words people use most when describing Xenia are authentic, working class, improving, friendly if you know people, and still a bit rough around the edges in some parts. That's not a knock. That's just honesty. What locals consistently love: the small town feel with real convenience, the incredible outdoor life, the trail network, the friendly home-based energy, and the fact that it's a place people stay through life stages. You see families grow up here, you see people retire here, you see real community roots. What people critique? The limited nightlife and entertainment options within the city. Some areas that still have older infrastructure and vacant buildings, and the fact that you really do need a car for most things outside of downtown, out of the downtown core. But the overall direction, people are noticing. Xenia is finally investing in itself again. It's a phrase that comes up over and over in local conversations. There's optimism here. Real grounded optimism from people who have watched this city go through hard times and are now watching it come right back. So that's Xenia, Ohio in 2026, a city with over 200 years of history, a name that means hospitality, a community that has rebuilt itself from disaster more times than you can count, bike trails that connect an entire region, a downtown that is coming back to life in a real way, and people who genuinely love where they live. Is it perfect? No, but no city is. But Xenia has the character and the resilience, the forward momentum right now that is genuinely worth paying attention to. I've been working in Greene County for a long time, and Xenia truly is one of those communities that one should talk about. So if you want to know more about the area, about what's happening here, about any part of Greene County, I'm always happy to chat. That's really what I'm here for. I'm Denise Dyrdek Lunsford with Coldwell Banker Heritage, and I make your dream my mission. My contact info is in the description box below. Drop me a message anytime. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I put out videos every week about life in Greene and Montgomery County. Drop a comment below and tell me, have you been to Xenia? What do you love about it? And I'll see you in the next video.